Okay, hi guys, my name is Scott Hennessy and this is Josh Bardsley, and today we want to welcome you to our first session of Entrepreneur Stories. So, if I just give you a little bit of a background to what we're doing here. So, what we want to do with Entrepreneur Stories is really construct, connect and engage a network full of entrepreneurs. And what we want to do is we want to build a friendly network platform that, invites a diverse range of entrepreneurs. It doesn't matter if you haven't even started out yet or if you're fully immersed in it. We want to hear from you. So if you have any input that you want to put into us, then please reach out to us and drop us a message. So moving on to today's interview, I have Josh Bardsley here, who's Managing Director of Avalanche Enterprise, a global digital agency based in Oxfordshire. He's also Managing Director of Bardsley, which is an investment development and management company that focuses on investing in businesses that are simple, predictable and free cash flow generating. And finally, Josh has a director role in Digital Peaks, which is a unified communications company and focus on changing the modern landscape of the office forever. Hi, Josh.
I like that.
So, just a general sort of question that was probably quite common with a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, what ignited your passion to start getting involved with business? Was there any specific factors or parts of businesses you liked?
Yeah, I think that I had probably the cliche sort of entrepreneurial seizure that everyone has as an entrepreneur. You always have that situation or that period in your lifetime where you have, as a kid, you end up doing things like sweet shops and car washes and all this kind of stuff. And I did all that, but I never thought anything of it. I thought, well, it's just me wanting to make money. I thought I was a little miser, so I just didn't think anything of it. But the real seizure for me was I was reading a book called Billionaire in Training by Brad Sugars, and that book really hit off for me. It taught me about wealth and taught me about how I could actually run my own life and not have to sort of do the conventional thing of go to school, get a job and just live. I wanted to do something and be on my own, and that book did it for me. That's probably the seizure moment.
That's really, really interesting. So from reading that book, did you have an initial mission in your head that you wanted to go out and achieve, or
no.
As time gone on, as that vision kind of changed?
Yeah, no, absolutely not. So the book taught me the book got me into business and learning about wealth, and then went on a bit of a rampage with everything. And I think that I then set myself a goal of reading a book a week, and then by reading a book a week and reading all about marketing, all about sales, all about building a business, all about people, about management, about leadership, about investing, you just tend to your mindset grows massively. And anything you start, your business is so far behind your mindset that the business then catches up. So I didn't have a mission in general at the beginning. I just wanted to learn as much as possibly could, and I wanted to be successful. That was it.
That's great. So obviously you're very successful at the age of 22. So for the people watching here, what kind of key skills or attributes do you think has led you to this path today?
Learning, probably. I wouldn't say that I was just some genius who did it. Who just had a knack for doing business. I think that I just threw myself into knowledge, threw myself into learning as much as I possibly could about business, about investing, and that then compounded through experience and pushing myself from an experience standpoint.
Sure.
Sort of compounded into what we have here, and eventually I got to the point where I did start putting in place, visions and missions and goals and targets, and then it grew from there, and it became a lot more stable and secure.
And how important do you think consistency has been on that kind of
massively? I think if you don't have consistency in anything, like we talk to our clients about consistency, we talk to everyone about consistency. If you don't have consistency in your life, if you don't have consistency anywhere, you're not going to be successful.
That's very, very true. So for the people who don't really know much about what we do here, or yourself as a person, from this office, Ellis Bardsley, who's a top 10 action coach, actually works from the same office as us, and that's Josh's dad. Alison Bardsley as well does some accounting work, and your brother Sam, who runs his own media company.
Yeah.
Do you ever think things get crosswired or difficult at times? How do you separate that business from family sort of
It's very difficult. I mean, obviously business always goes home, which not necessarily. I think the internet glamorizes entrepreneurship and business a lot.
Agreed.
And it tells you that it's this amazing thing where everything's fine and dandy, and you just turn up, you put your credit card in, and then you become successful. It's the opposite. I think that we've seen that because we do end up taking business home, and it's tough sometimes, but you have to try and get through that and manage it properly. And you're always going to, as a passionate person, you're always going to want to talk about outside of work, especially if you hang around them every day.
But then on the flip side of that, they've been fantastic support for you as you've
Absolutely.
gone on this mission.
No, they've been great. From a positive standpoint, it's we wouldn't be here without the opportunity we've had with them. Absolutely.
So you obviously love business and you're very, very proud of what you have achieved so far. How critical has your success been down to your employees?
Massive. I think any business, we always say your success is a direct reflection of. Your success is a direct reflection of one, your sales, one, your marketing, and then third, of your ability to hire great people, which is probably the most important thing. And the thing with our people is we want to make sure that they have a great time. We try and push them to do what they really enjoy because they love coming here. Anyone who works for Avalanche will tell you that whilst it's hard work, most of the time it's spent doing things you actually enjoy, so it becomes less of a pain. Massive, huge amount, absolutely huge impact. I wouldn't be here without the team. No chance in hell.
That's great to hear, Josh. Really is. So just fast forwarding a little bit into the future, I know you've got huge dreams, ambitions and goals. But I know personally, because I've known you for a couple of years now, I know you're a big believer in giving back. And in the future you want to set up the Bardsley Foundation. So just going into that sort of area, what will the main focus of that foundation will be, and how do you want to make a personal difference in this world?
Employment. It's going to be about employment. So the goal is to create a foundation or something. Foundation, right? We all want to create foundations, but the idea is that just let's do something about employment and try and employ as many people as possible.
Absolutely.
If we can employ people and we can get them doing things they enjoy and get them to do things that's making them more skillful, then that's going to make our success massive, and it's going to give back huge amounts to the company. Our vision is to employ 1 million people. At one time.
That's a great goal, and
that's the mission.
It absolutely is. So coming back more onto the personal reflection, what really, what truly motivates you and inspires you? What makes you get up in front of the bed in the morning? How far are you willing to go to achieve your dreams?
I think it's probably just the game of business. It's just so fun. When you're doing something you really, really enjoy, and you can see, tangible differences from every decision you make, and you literally are the captain of your own ship, so to speak. There's nothing like it on the planet, and that's what we try and install again with everyone on the team here. They all get stock options, they all get this kind of stuff because we want them to have that feeling as well, and it's the most important feeling ever. I think that motivates me, to be able to get out of bed and know that we're building this business, but thankfully everyone here is going to want to come and build the next business with us, and we're going to build more businesses and more businesses and more businesses. We're only 22 years old, we're so young. The average age in this office is 22 years old.
Sure.
We've got a 70-year career ahead of us, 60-year career ahead of us. We're going to do some seriously cool stuff.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
That's what motivates me. Time motivates me.
That's brilliant. So, if you didn't go down that path of entrepreneurship, what kind of career would you have gone into?
I don't know. I started my university career as a lawyer.
Yeah.
Or as a law school attendee, not a lawyer, but I wanted to be an investment lawyer because I was interested in investments and interested in the TV show Suits because I wanted to be highly respected. So I just wanted to be him, wanted to be an investment lawyer. So that probably would have gone down that route, to be honest.
It's a very glamorous kind of job.
It is, but it's also hard work, and I just thought, what, I'm going to be doing those hours anyway, so I may as well do something I really, really enjoy, which is this.
Yeah.
Let's be on the client side of the investment transaction, not the lawyer side.
Sure.
The client's going to make more money.
Absolutely. So how do you personally define success?
It's a very difficult question to answer. Everyone's definition of success is different. I would say success for me is, if you continue to have to stretch your goals, then you're successful. If you continue at the point where you have to keep thinking bigger and bigger and bigger and keep growing, and then you're successful. You can't put a pinpoint on it. You can't say someone, right, when you can make $1 million, you're going to be successful. When you make £1 million, you're going to be successful, because that's different for everyone. So I think for me, if your goals are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, then you are successful.
Sure. And your goals have been getting bigger and bigger. So what would you really say has been your most satisfying moment thus far in your career?
Probably when I bought my first property. That was really two things, really. Bought my first property, and then we stuck that sign up outside. That was really cool.
Just the feeling of having that.
So having a first key to my first house, and just knowing that this property was going to be in my ownership for a very long time, and it was going to be providing me rent every month forever, keep it nice, and that feeling was amazing. Knowing that I was 20 years old when that happened, and I think, well, you know, that's crazy.
And it just goes to show there that it doesn't matter what age you are.
Exactly.
You can be whatever you want
find
to
a way.
be.
That's the thing as well. Like in terms of what's happening all right now in terms of politics in the world and everything. Like a lot of people, young people, are so focused on, you know, what's going wrong for them and focus on, you know, what the higher powers are going to do for them in their life. When if they just shut up and just got on with it and just figured it out and focused on themselves and their lives and what they were going to do, and then how they're going to give back in the long term, they could just do it. And that's the thing. We say this to every member of our team. If you just come here and you learn and you work your ass off, you're going to be fine. You're going to be super successful. It's just a mindset thing. We're in the wrong mindset.
Completely
That's
agree.
kind of my view on that.
Absolutely. So with your views on success and goals and stuff, what are your views on failure, and how important do you think failure has been to your success?
Yeah, I think I do. Again, I think failure is glamorized in the self-development world. We all receive a dopamine kick when we have some new anticipation. And I think the self-development world clocked onto them and they've said to us, failure is good, failure is good, failure is good, failure is good, because that means when you fail, you can do something else and you can go to them and buy their course.
Sure.
Right? So they want you to fail.
Yeah.
Because they know the more times you fail, the more times you're going to come spend $997 with them to buy the next course. So for me, whilst I know failure is good, it's good for different reasons. It's not good to fail as many times as possible just for the fucking thought of it. It's good to fail as many times because then you're gonna and then understand and reflect and learn from it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a big believer of failing in small steps than big steps. I'd rather have 100 small little fails than one big blunder and lose the whole fucking business.
Yeah.
Which is what they kind of want you to do.
Yeah.
You know, that's what's glamorized. So, you know, my attitude to failure is that it's going to happen, you may as well learn from it.
And that's you're completely right. And not just on a business sense, as a personal sense as well, you get, you know, better as a person. You become a better person every single day.
Yeah,
So,
you do. You become a better person the more you learn, the more you earn.
Absolutely. So just last couple of questions here, Josh. What's your vision for yourself in the next 5 years? Where do you want to be 5 years from now?
I want to be buying businesses in 5 years now. I can't tell you exactly where I'm going to be, but what I'm going to be doing, I can tell you what I'm going to be doing is buying companies and building companies.
Simple, predictable, free cash flow
predictable,
generating?
free cash flow generating businesses. And I can't tell you what I think my net worth is going to be. I can't tell you where I am going to be, but I'm going to tell you that this is what I'm going to be doing. You know, Avalanche and Digital Peaks is going to become a fully fledged business this year, which means we'll have 3 under ownership, and then next year we're going to buy another one with the whole team's going to get involved. And we're going to buy that, and then next year we're going to buy another one. Next year we're going to buy 2. So, you know, I'm going to be investing a lot of money. Let's just say that.
That is great to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be a very, very interesting time.
Be very fun.
To be involved in Avalanche myself, not just, you know, managing directing it. It's going to be great to be a part of.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you happy, Josh? What really makes you happy?
Being here. I like the creative reflection of being a business person. I really, really enjoy the deal and, you know, being here just with everyone. You know, it's what else am I going to do? I like being here and learning and doing stuff and growing as a business person and you know, meeting new people, employing people. It really makes me happy. Knowing that we're looking after their lives, they're also becoming so much better. They're also out of the rat race, so to speak, and in their own little, you know, stretch forward. That makes me happy. And then also filming and vlogging. That is like one of my passions.
Yeah,
I really, really enjoy that.
That's amazing. And so, just finally, if for aspiring entrepreneurs that are watching us today, what 3 pieces of advice would you give someone?
Subscribe to the Entrepreneur Vlog, for one. Check out all of our videos. The second piece of advice would be learn as much as possible. The third piece of advice probably be go out there and get as many no's as possible.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for your insight there, Josh, and I hope you enjoyed that back at home. And as ever, guys, if you have any questions you'd like to ask me, the team, or Josh, then please do get in touch. We just want to chat about business and entrepreneurship and get involved as possible. So thank you very much, and we shall see you next week for another interview.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.